Hey viewers, we're here for one of the later matches in the round of 64. We've got, let's see, A-Tog Fling-A-Tog, whatever you want to call it. Basically just get your A-Tog out, make them big, throw them, throw some burn, maybe throw a couple dreadnoughts while you're at it. Versus Turbo Oath, basically Horn of Greed exploration engine with Oath and infinite turns via Time Warp. Uh, I've definitely played against Turbo Oath, and I can imagine how annoying Flings would be. So let me get us to the match and bring in the guys. There we
Okay.
go. Peter Smits
Viewer.
on Fling-A-Tog and Mike is on Turbo Oath. So
Cool.
I'll let you guys go at it, and good luck.
All right. Thanks. Um, Rashad Port, Black Vice.
Okay. It's pretty good.
Pass. Yeah.
All right, 1 second. Let me get my life total up. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Should have
that's
mulliganed
kind
more.
of the play. Yeah.
All right, go to 17. Draw. Treetop Village pass.
Untap. Draw. Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Pass. I have a response to my Black Vice trigger.
Sure. Okay.
Gonna tap your Treetop Village.
Okay, take 3, 14. I'll draw.
Yeah.
Island, past you.
Untap. Draw.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Tangle Wire.
Tangwar is pretty good. That will resolve.
Pass.
All right, untap. Go to 11. Tap down. Draw. Island and past you.
Untap. Tangle Wire.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Pass.
All right. Untap. Take 3. Tap down. Draw. Play forest and past you.
End of turn, I'm gonna incinerate you.
Okay, let's go to game 2.
And then I'm gonna lightning bolt you.
Yep. I'm already shuffling.
I just have to get a charging cord for my headphones. Be right back.
Sure. Okay, I think I got this. Next up. Peter, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, I realize I messed up on my sideboard, what's posted and what I've got in my bag, so I've got to
Oh,
run
no
grab
worries.
one card.
Take your time.
Don't make me go into the big box.
Oh no. It's a rough moment.
All right, 1 sec.
No worries, take your time. I'm having a whale of a time over here.
Yeah, I was really debating like what do I take out, because if you look at my sideboard, I've got a couple things. You know.
You definitely have some things that are kind of scary to me. So.
I figured game 1 would probably could very easily go that way. I didn't say it like think it probably would, but it was like I could. I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Turn 1 Black Vice.
Yeah, seems like that's good. Seems like that's very good.
Yeah, that felt worth mulliganing.
Could have been worse. Could have been City of Traders, Black Vice, Black Vice.
True. That would have been a much faster game.
Oh, like, ooh.
Don't give him ideas, Andrew. Don't give him ideas. Okay, there we go. And I will, of course, be on the play.
Yeah, makes sense. Get to avoid the turn 1 Black Vice.
Let me check what we got. So I do. All right, there we go. Let's do number 3 on top for you.
Sounds good.
Teach me to pick anything but number 3.
Middle top is fine.
All right. Good luck, man.
Yeah, you too.
I will go ahead and keep.
Same.
Island, go.
Draw, Rashad and Port, Black Vice.
Annul.
Okay. Pass.
All right. Untap, draw. Treetop Village and pass.
Untap. Draw.
Mhm.
Mountain.
Mhm.
Ankh of Mishra.
Okay.
Pass.
Untap, draw. Plain Island, take 2.
Okay.
Powder keg,
Okay.
pass to you.
Untap. Draw.
Mhm.
Pass.
Untap. Counter. Draw.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Plain Island, I'll take 2, and I'll pass.
End of turn. Lightning bolt targeting you.
Blast.
Okay. Untap.
Mhm.
Draw. This is such an interesting hand. Pass.
Untap. Counter.
Okay.
Draw. Pop the keg.
Okay.
Horn agreed.
Okay.
Island, draw.
Okay.
Pass to you.
End of turn. Lightning bolt you.
13.
Untap. Draw. Play a City of Traders. Horn agreed trigger.
Okay.
Draw. Tap for 3. Tangle wire.
Sure.
Where it is. Pass.
Untap, tangle. Draw.
Okay.
You have my coast, draw.
Okay.
And I'll pass to you.
End of turn. Lightning bolt targeting you.
Cards in hand.
4.
4. Okay. Go to 10.
Untap. Tangle wire.
Mhm.
Draw.
Mhm.
Tap for 2 colorless.
Mhm.
Play a mountain. Sacrifice the City of Traders. Horn
Okay.
agreed trigger.
Mhm.
That didn't pay off. I use that colorless and a red. Play an A-Tog.
Mana leak.
Okay. Then pass.
All right, untap. Tangle.
Okay.
Draw. Blessing.
Okay.
Powder keg, blast, annul. All right, draw blessing.
Okay.
Play true top. Draw.
Okay.
And pass to you.
Untap. Tangle wire.
Mhm.
Draw.
Mhm.
Play an Ancient Tomb. Draw
Okay.
Horn.
Mhm.
Pass.
All right, untap. Tangle.
Okay.
Draw. Activate true top.
Okay.
Go to attacks.
I'll take 3.
All right, pass to you.
Untap. Tangle wire. Draw. Play Rashad and Port. Horn of
Okay.
Greed trigger.
Mhm.
2 colorless. Use one of that colorless Phyrexian Dreadnought.
Okay.
Use the colorless and a red in response to the Phyrexian Dreadnought trigger to fling.
I'll counterspell.
I'll Pyroblast.
You got it.
Oh, wow.
Oaths. Hellion.
Oh, drawing the
then Horn.
Hellions.
Yeah. That was pretty rough right there.
That was getting pretty scary for me. Just kind of circling the drain here. But
Yeah, you managed to pull it off right there, which is, yeah, impressive.
lucky top deck.
Yeah.
I mean, Horn helped a lot, I'll be honest. But
Yeah, the horn helped you just as much as it did me. Ah, no.
oh, that would have been bonkers. Oh,
Could have,
oh man.
didn't have the land to be able to go. So, yeah, it was kind of hard. I just went full control right there. And I did take out my Gushes because Gush is bad against both Tangle Wire
I think I
and
connected there.
Ankh.
Sorry about that.
So I took out Gush, took out the Thwarts because I'm bringing in all like the counter spells. I did take out one counter spell for the blast and stuff, and then I took out like an Oath because Oath isn't great against you.
Yeah.
One Exploration, one Horn of Greed, one
took out.
Morph. I think you're frozen, Peter.
Yeah, I think you froze.
Peter, come back.
Don't let go, Peter. Never let go. Where'd you go? Yeah, seen no explorations, but Horn of Greeds is never a good thing.
Hey, sorry. My
There
internet
you go.
like totally crapped itself.
No worries.
Yeah, so you brought in a lot. I was actually expecting you to take out your whole Oath package.
I figured it wasn't. I mean, there is, some argument to be able to do that. But
Or at least take out the Oaths.
I mean, I see you could like make an argument for that, but I do think, yeah, Gush isn't great. It would have been actually great in that position that I was in,
Yes.
but it's terrible from behind.
Yeah. Yeah, I would pretty conservative in my sideboarding the scrolls and the spheres out for blasts and crypts. I was debating overload, and then I realized Horn of Greed was actually great if you put it in play, because if I had an Ankh in play, I'm like, I dare you.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yeah, so sorry for any viewers with the sideboarding. I had 4 Annuls and 3 Hydroblasts in my actual like physical board, but that's not what I have listed. I have 4 Hydroblasts and 3 Annuls.
ah, yes.
I was going to say the other problem with the Oath package is if he's got a Fling in hand, it's like, well, he's either getting a Tog, which he could potentially throw, or he's getting a nice big Dreadnought, which he can chuck.
Yes. Yeah, the creatures aren't going to be able to stay around, for too long right there. But, if I land an early Oath, that does take out, the whole ATOG plan.
Yeah, there's no casual ATOG if you have an Oath out.
Yep.
Especially if you get... Well, you're running, what, the 3 creature package, Weaver, Feeder, Morphling?
No, just, so I just had Morphling and Crater Hellion.
Oh, okay.
At this point. So my thinking is that Hellion is just much better with the current, go wide strategies right there.
Yeah.
Never would have come up in this matchup, but I think I don't think Hellion is great against you by any means, because you could have ATOG survive, if you really wanted to, or just like, okay, I lose my ATOG and just on to, plan B right there.
Is the go wide strategy of like lots of creatures prevalent in the 64 decks?
Well, there is. I knew Elves, was in the the possibility here, and then there's Zoo and the Black Green Aggro and Suicide Black. So there are plenty of ones out there.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can do Weaver and Feeder against Elves at all.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like Dirtle, because they'll just come all in Mastercore.
Yeah, at some point Mastercore is going to take out the Weaver. Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, the most you could hope there would be the kind of cool getting counters on one of your creatures to build up something that can survive, but that's still pretty dirtily against elves.
Yeah.
I wonder, okay, Crater Hellion or Shard Phoenix, because Shard Phoenix kills itself, so then it goes straight to the graveyard, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, but I mean...
The 4 damage is really nice, so...
4 damage, and it's a 6/6, so if you're going up against something like the Rock, then he just trades with, okay, Blastoderm survives, but then Blastoderm can't get through on the crackback.
Yeah. Well, you have to be able to, with Crater Hellions, you have the ability to, I mean, we didn't see him, but I'm assuming you've got Undiscovered Paradise?
I do not, no.
Ooh. Do you have any way to pay Echo?
I don't have any way to pay Echo. You never pay Echo with the Hellion, though. You want him to die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
you need the reshuffle.
Well, yeah, but I mean, when you have that, you don't get it unless you have 2 Oaths or another if you have no creatures in your deck at that point, and you don't pay Echo, it goes to the graveyard, and you get it shuffled
and
back
you don't get
in,
a benefit.
but you don't get a benefit. You have to have 2 Oaths to get the benefit of a creature coming back out. For the first one, Dirtles just shuffles the deck, and then the second one gets the Hellion again.
Yeah,
it's
I wish I would have
one.
been able to put up more of a fight there in the second game, but yeah, your deck has a lot of action right there, and I think if I would have had an exploration, with the Horn, obviously that would have been something. And I think you could make the argument, just take out all the Oaths to be able to leave in the Gushes, because that just allows me to pull ahead so much.
Well,
yeah, and you were able to stop the Black Spice and then kill the Ankh pretty quickly, so that was very good for you.
Yeah, I was going to say though, you have to keep those 2 off the board.
Yeah, exactly. He has to keep them off the board.
If he doesn't keep that, his Gush becomes somewhat of a dead card if you're effectively putting 4 cards in your hand while taking 1 out.
Yeah, that's a really tough call on if you cut Gush or not. Like, that's really, really hard.
Yeah, unless you know you're going to be able to deal with Ankh, Gush is like, okay, I'm reducing my land base. That's gonna cost 4 life to get back, and cards. And if he has a black vice, it's like, ugh.
Yeah,
It's a
bad
tough.
bad against Vice, Ankh, and Tanglewire.
Yeah.
So all of
Yep.
those, together,
Yep.
right there. I figured it wasn't worth it. But at the same time, this is,
Yeah. I mean, you got
really
powder
what-
keg, so powder keg's your best option. Annul's the
Yeah.
fastest option, but to blow up more than one thing, you've
Yeah.
got the powder kegs.
I want to run this match again because I'm like the post board match because I'm suspicious. Like, okay, I had a lucky top deck. I was digging because I was drawing lands, but yeah, it's interesting because I can just throw out 12 damage for 3 mana. It can be pretty scary that way. So it's interesting because I had to pressure you a lot with bolts, so that really eats up your hydroblasts and counter spells.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it felt like
probably-
watching. It
I
felt,
countered an early lightning bolt, didn't I?
Yeah.
Did that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if you
blue
countered.
blasted. I think one.
You blue blasted a bolt, yeah. Because essentially, if I got you below 12, you were in the danger zone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that was probably a misplay. I should have just taken the bolts, right
Maybe,
there, and saved
yeah.
it for the important stuff.
to try and get 2 counters in case I had my one of 2 pyroblasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was also thinking, like, you have so much artifact-based damage as well that, it could go either way. That, I hydroblast what I can't, like the lightning bolt, which I know you have, but then I can just die to an Ankh, if I...
Exactly. Who's to say I
damage.
don't draw an Ankh? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think it's really hard.
It's like watching the match. It feels a lot like watching Draco Blast, in that deck needs you at 16 and this one needs you at 12, but you've got the burn and the Ankh to get the opponent down to 12, and then it's 3 mana. It can
Yeah, that
be
was
a
actually
game.
why I did the change to Hoip's build. Like, instead of Winter Orb, I went Curse Scroll, Incinerate, because I'm just like, I just need to deal about 9 damage.
If you can get 8 damage,
And
9
then-
damage, yep.
Yep.
Makes sense.
And then it goes crazy.
Cool. Well, thanks for the match, Mike, as always.
Absolutely, man. And you and I are done with round 1.
I know, that's crazy. I'm sure I will see you in round 2.
How many
Oh,
more
yeah, we're-
matches are there left in the round of 64?
I can take a look really fast right here.
I know I have 3 more myself, so...
This was a pretty debated match, by the way. I want to say it was like slightly people slightly favored Fling-A-Tog, but it wasn't by like super much. All right, so
That makes sense. Neither of them are very like common decks, so that also makes like making the decisions harder.
All right, so Lands and False Cure need to go. Esper and Wug need to play. White Weenie Reanimator, Zoo versus Black Mold. Trade Wind Survival, Stompy. Pattern Rector and Fires, that's 6.
Madness and Mono Blue Control.
And Rebels and Draco Blast, so 8.
8
So
matches.
just
On
eight,
the
eight
US
of the
side.
8 of the 32 total. That's total.
Okay, so you're 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, some have been played and filmed, but
Yeah.
not like shown yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hoyt can
I
only
do
do
know
so
which
many
one.
so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot which won't make it like before we start the round of 32. That's not a big deal. I mean, there's a lot of fun matches, but we don't want this to drag on forever.
there's so many matches.
Just pile them up, and
Si-
then we can watch it like on Thanksgiving. It's like, screw watching football. I'll just sit here
Yeah.
and watch some.
63
Pile
matches. Oh,
Exactly. I could totally convince my family to let me just take Thanksgiving off to play Magic. Totally.
Oh, I'm not saying to play Magic. I'm saying just to watch.
Oh, I would
Just-
be playing Magic.
Oh yeah, that too.
No, I know. I'm like flying back to New Jersey in December to see family, and I know James and I are just gonna sit down and play a bunch in person.
That's awesome, man. Though that's awesome.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Sad that I didn't do Turbo with better. I played it in Gauntlet last year and got knocked out in the first round. Really wanted to.
Yeah.
It's such a fun deck. It's it's not the best build. It'll get you like a 3-3, 4-2 in the monthly.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. It's perfectly respectable.
Yeah, it's a perfectly reasonable deck. I mean, Horn of Greed and Exploration is a very powerful engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, super fun.
I wonder about putting Undiscovered Paradise, kind of like Andrew hinted, but I wonder if that would make your mana base too shaky around Thawing Glaciers, because I know you use Thawing Glaciers.
Yeah, Thawing Glacier's there to beat the Landstill, you know, and stuff like that. And we did have a couple control decks in this bracket, so I thought it was worth keeping in. But otherwise, like, it does set you back on lands.
Yeah.
You know, that's the big thing, and you do need a lot of mana to go off.
Yeah,
And
this
they
is true.
they can't just be bouncing back to your hand every time, and you can actually get in danger with your Horn of Greed of decking yourself.
Yeah, I mean the Undiscovered works best once you've got your Exploration on board too. If, like you said, if you don't have that, you're just basically holding your head above water.
Yeah.
But if you can start building mana and drawing with that engine, then it starts getting better.
It's way better in the Summer Bloom version.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Undiscovered Paradise is great there, but I think it's kind of marginal.
Yeah.
In this deck, because you do kind of want to just be like in some matchups, you don't even try for the combo.
Yeah.
Until like much later.
Yeah.
You just play your control game until you have your opening, and that's when you run away with it.
Yeah. I think me and Galen LeMay played that for once, and we only made it through game 1 after 2.5 hours.
Sounds
My
about
oath
right.
versus that oath, and it was like, oh
God, I think it was you and I, Andrew. You were on one of your green-white oath decks, and I was playing Oath of Tricks, and it was just I am countering every effect, but I am making no headway on winning the game. I am just like, you will play nothing, but I will never win.
I think my most fun was someone haunting echoes me, but they didn't hit either blessing. So somehow, and I had like maybe one creature, and I was able to just like live like Doomsday. Just kept getting a few cards back. Oh, that was a crazy game. But yeah, you never know. Oath and Horn of Greed Exploration, they can make for a lot of interesting matches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm going to call it there. Thanks for the matches, Michael. Thanks again for streaming, Andrew. That was super cool of you.
Anytime, guys.
All right. Thank you.
See you later.
Bye, guys. Later.